Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 67 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. Last we left off, not only were we number one in the NL West, but we had the best record in all of baseball, which, not too shabby for us as we sit here at the end of June. Little inside baseball, pun somewhat intended. Currently messing around with some OBS settings, some stuff on my computer to try to fix the frame rate issues that have mainly been happening in Out of the Park baseball. So hopefully the things I did will solve it. If not, though, going to be quite sad. But all we can do for now is push through. So, I played through 3 series off stream because, to be frank, they were against bad teams in our division that we have destroyed before. 3 game series against the Diamondbacks. We won the series 2-1. Overall, pretty good. Then we played the Padres, and I, for one, am so very glad that none of you had to witness this loss. We lost 11-9. I don't even want to talk about it. Essentially, every reliever, like AJ Russell, gave up 4 runs. Mike Stewart gave up 4. It was just a bad time all around. We scored 9 runs and lost the game of baseball. It was very depressing. And then we faced the Diamondbacks again, and we swept them in 4. We had a couple very close victories. Special shout out to Ashley Andahar in this game, who had 4 hits, 3 of which were doubles, as he desperately tries to make his slugging numbers respectable. And then just recently, we beat the Diamondbacks 7-6 on a no lie walk-off grand slam from Christian Aguilares in the 9th inning. Very good game of baseball. Again, my relievers got hit a bit. It's fine. But nonetheless, we got the sweep. Our current record, 49-27. If you look here at the standings, that is the best record in baseball by a few games. We are 6.5 games up in the division. If you're wondering how the Dodgers are doing, let me pull up their schedule really quick once I remember how to find it. All right, I can't find it from the screen, can I? I have to go over here. I wish some things would be on the same page, but I get it. So this is what's happened to the Dodgers. They got swept by the Mets, lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals, beat the A's. Congrats. Who hasn't? 2 out of 3 Diamondbacks, but then just lost the series against the Rays. And they're going up against the Giants now, who currently, per this screen, find themselves second in the division. So there's a non-zero chance the Diamondbacks could be below 500 in July, which is, actually insane. So, for our purposes today, first, final recap. Hunter Brown returned from injury, pitched in 2 starts. First one did not go well against the Padres. He did a little bit better, though, against the Diamondbacks. Jake Yeager was called up at the end of last stream. I decided to keep him in the majors, where he did pretty well for himself, dare I say. So I'm excited for Jake Yeager. I mean, the ERA 3.8, you live with 1.27 whip is nice. Who knows? We could have a potential, 4th, 5th starter in the making here with him. Also, in awkward news. Dario Laverde is hurt. He has a knee injury that he suffered on the 23rd, 2 games ago. He's been out since. I do not know his diagnosis. Worst case scenario, obviously, is ACL, UCL. He's done. We'll see what transpires there. It's a little bit of a shame. He was having a couple good games, but overall, he has not had a particularly great season for us. So right now, Miguel Palma is going to be, our starting catcher. And when we learn Dario's injury, we may have to make some hard calls. Speaking of hard calls, Drawn Elkins just had a 3-hit game, 3-run game against the Diamondbacks, which lifted his OBS to a 556. Enough said. Um, I don't know what I want to do with Elkins. Like, the fact of the matter is, he can't really hit a baseball. Defensively with us this year, I mean, he's been good. He's not really a center fielder, but in the corners, he's been fine. Decent speed, but he only has 2 steals the whole year. Like, at a certain point, I need to see what other guys can do. So the clock may be running out on Elkins. But first things first, we have a series here against the Phillies, who find themselves at 40-36, 3 games back in the NL East. So Jake Yeager's on the mound for us, and old friend Jose Fleury, who was on our team for many a year, including 2 World Series championships, finds himself now in Philly. After he signed with Philly, they traded him to the Padres. The Padres waived him, and now they picked him up again. So we'll see how we do against our old friend here. Miguel Palma's in for the injured Dario. All else is equal. Jake Yeager, I believe in you. See? Easy. Light work. Never worried. All right. And Ahar and How Yuli are aboard. Charlie Condon. Swing and a miss. 80 strikeouts this season, and we are in June, people. It's fine. He's going to have so many strikeouts this year, isn't he? Clean second from Jake. Clean third, and Ashley Andahar with the RBI. We're on the board. Very good. How Yuli gets it through. Andahar scores. Things are looking nice. We're doing okay. We're sitting pretty here. Even better, Condon won't strike out this time. And he gets it down. Run, How Yuli. Oh, no, the error. It really is interesting how I've seen more errors in the outfield in the past week of streams than I had for the year I have been doing this series, as Alan Ford flies out to deep right. Charlie Condon did not want to try to go to third there. I feel like he could have made it. No matter, though, as Colby Turner sends this ball into the bleachers. 2-run shot, 396 feet. We're up 5-0. Not looking good for Jose Fleury. It must be said. All right. Uh-oh. You got this, Jake. Oh, man. Nick Kurtz hits it in the outfield. That's going to score 2 runners. All right. Phillies get a pair of runs. Johnson fouls out. See if we can get Henry Mendez. Yeah, that's caught. Ooh, I was worried there for a sec. All right, bottom of the 4th we go. Miguel Palma is aboard. Aguilares strikes out. And Andahar flies out. Nothing there. But special shout out to Miguel Palma for actually getting on base. I'm proud of him. Well, I said. Clean fifth from Jake. He's only on 68 pitches, so I think I can bring him out there for the sixth. As Alan Ford pops up. Nothing doing there. Colby Turner. He has one home run today. He's going for two, and it is gone. A 2-home run day for Colby Turner. Folks, last episode, he signed his contract extension. He put pen to paper, and it's already looking like a bargain at 6 years, $70 million. He has 20 homers already. And as a reminder, it is June. I just have a sign that I hold up that says, it's only June. All right, top of the sixth. Let's get Kevin Teskey warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble at all. Very good from Jake, but I think that'll be it for him. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Not bad at all. Kevin. All right, good strikeout there from Jordan Disson. Rincon, that's going to be caught. Did they get him? Hey, they got Johnson at third. Brilliant throw from Aguilares. Well done. Howley and Condon are both aboard. Alan Ford hits it deep to left, and goodbye, baseball. 3-run shot for Ford. It's a 10-2 ball game, folks. Does Colby Turner have 3 home runs in him? Probably not. If he gets the opportunity again, we've probably gone into extra innings, which is a terrifying thought. Munoz grounds out. Not a good day. Not a good season for Munoz so far. I'm going to pinch hit here. Elkins is going to get the bat for Max Clark. Flies out to right. All right. I'll just have Elkins take center field, and I'll have Carter Johnson take second in place of Howley. And we'll get Fidel warming up. Fidel, Kevin, don't walk him. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Who knew that guys that I drafted 2 years and 1 year ago would have struggles? Who knew? All right, we'll get Fidel warming up to face Justin Lien. And he walked him. I need to make a mental note to look at my bullpen walk numbers after this. All right, can he get Nick Kurtz? He walked him. Bases are loaded. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We have an 8-run lead. I don't want to use too many relievers in this game. But Keon Johnson gets it through. That's going to score 2 runners. 10-4 now. I think both those guys go on. Yeah, one goes on Kevin, one goes on Fidel. Jeez. Remember last episode I said I was starting to get worried about Fidel. I am officially, I think, pretty worried. Jordan Disson, are you better or worse against lefties? You are kind of a push. I'll leave Fidel in the face. And he gets it down. That's going to score at least 1. Definitely 2 because that was the latest throw ever. 10-6. Mike Stewart is in. And he walked him. The tying run is at the plate. Grounder to short, and Andahar gets him. My God. That was depressing. All right, Andahar is aboard. Carter Johnson at the plate, and he hits it back up the middle. That should score 1. So an extra insurance run for us, which I will take and like. Condon strikes out swinging once again. All right, I'm going to get Okuda warming up, which is insane to say in case there's trouble. No trouble at all. All right, well, Fidel exploded. His ERA is now up to a 4.61 and a 3.06 BABIP. I mean, I'm obviously not going to give up on him because he was dynamite last season, but man, not great. I mean, Colby Turner had 2 home runs. That's obviously the star of the show. Condon had 3 hits. How you leave 3 hits. Very good. We still don't know Dario's injury, which tells me it's likely very long term. I'm going to put him on. It's giving me the option of the 60-day. I'm going to put him on the 10-day because it's not like I'm, bleeding for 40 spots. And then Edgelin Perez, who we acquired 2 years ago in the trade with the Angels that I believe sent them, Luigi Casilla, who, as a point of order, they used as a reliever and then subsequently released him. So, won the trade. All right, so Perez is going to come in. He's not great defensively, but I think his bat is solid. And like at a certain point, I need to play these guys. Like Brady Moretta is probably up next in the catching department. So we're going to see what we got in Perez here. But let us play game 2 against the Phillies. Andahar is tired. Okay, let me figure this out. So Max Clark bats 9th. Carter Johnson bats 2nd and takes short. I'm going to sit Munoz. Elkins is going to get the bat. And Perez is going to make his MLB debut today. We have Michael Gindra on the mound. Not good the past couple starts against the Diamondbacks. But maybe they have his number. Who knows? Oh, boy. Oh. There we go. Charlie Condon, 2-run shot. All things equal. Oh, no. Gindra. I mean, he can pitch out of it. Aguilaris, I feel like you could have got that. Well, it is 7-2, which is not good. Thanks, Captain Obvious. But, I mean, I need Ginger to at least get me like 4 innings just for the sake of my bullpen. There we go. All right. Not too bad there, but 9 men bat around. Yikes. There we go. Colby Turner gets aboard. We have life. Let's see if Elkins can hit the baseball. He does. He gets it down and left. All right, Edgelin Perez making his MLB debut. 2 runners on. And he hits it to center. That's going to be caught. Colby will stay at second. Probably a good decision not to run on PCA. Clark strikes out, but Aguilares hits it to the wall. That should score both of them because Elkins is very quick. And it does. All right. 2 more runs on the board, 7-4. We're not going quietly. Carter Johnson deep to left. Folks, are we the team of destiny? The backup infielder hits it 391 feet. Very good. 7-6. All right. Oh, wait a minute. That's Shane Rademacher on the mound? My old friend. My old friend. He pitched for us a little bit in 2030. Was not very good. I bring him back in 2031. He's somehow worse. Looks like he went to the Nationals, pitched 2 gems, and then was traded to the Phillies, where he's been a starter for them. Man, the Phillies have a lot of my old friends. All right, Ginger, come on. There we go. Clean third. He is on 52 pitches, which for him is quite a bit. All right, clean fourth. That's going to be it for him. Oh, man, I got like 3 bullpen guys right now. Swing and a miss from Elkins. Perez grounds out. Come on, Max. Nope. All right. To the top of the 5th we go. And Ginger allows another 2-run shot. More runners are aboard. It's gone from bad to worse, folks. Oh boy. His ERA is a 5.50. His WHIP's a 1.46. And I mean, there's no reason to send him to the minors because he'll crush. What annoys me is in the development lab, I worked on his secondary stuff, thinking it would improve his changeup and his splitter, but it improved his curveball, which is great, but it's not what I wanted. All right, 9-6. Aguilares and Carter Johnson are aboard. How Yuli strikes out once again. Condon lines out, and we are at risk of stranding 2 runners. Alan Ford hits the slowest grounder any of us will ever see. And because his speed's at 35, down he goes. All right, Joey, give me the 6th. Joey. All right, that's a fly out. Lien stays. And Johnson pops up. Very good from Joey. I'm going to bring him out for the 7th, which I think I might regret, but we'll see. We'll get Gage Wood warming up. We're okay. Rivas flies out. Cal Rowley gets it through. All right, that's it for Joey. So ideally, if Gage Wood can get me the rest of the 7th and the 8th, I think we'll be in business. Actually, I'll let him face Jordan Disson. All right, gets him to fly out. That's a little, 1 more out. Rowley makes it to 3rd, but that's okay. All right, Gage Wood coming in to face Morabito. And he gets him to fly out. All right. There we go. Max Clark, leadoff double. Aguilera strikes out. Carter Johnson, it's a back up the middle. He might beat this out. No throw. I'll take that. All right. Runners at the corners. How you lead. Hits it right to the shortstop. They only get one. So now it's a 2-run ball game. Condon grounds into the fielder's choice. All right, we get one back. Gage Wood for the 8th. Oh my God. Do I let Gage Wood face Keon Johnson? I don't think I do. We're going to go to Okuda. Soft grounder to third. Turner's throw. In time. All right. Alan Ford. Always a home run threat here. But not today. He lines out to center. Here's Colby. He hits it back up the middle. All right. I am going to pinch run. Actually, what is Cal Raleigh's arm? 55. All right, Andahar is going to pinch run, and I'm going to have him steal. And he makes it there without a throw. Very good. Elkins struck out. Here's Perez. Big spot once again. Pops it up, foul. Man. His left on base number is going to be pretty high. All right. CJ Sampson will take third. Akuda obviously is going to get the 9th. Clean from him. On the off chance this goes into extra innings, we're going to get Gastelum warming up. But here we go. Max Clark. We need 2 runs. Clark strikes out on 3 pitches. Aguilaris grounds out, and we're down to our last at bat, which is Carter Johnson. Hits it, and it's through the infield. Here we go. A home run ties the game. How you lead. Pops it up. Foul. We lose. I mean, yeah, you give up 7 runs in the first 2 innings, it's hard to come back. And then when Ginger gave up 2 more, that was that. Man. And I guess Perez only left 3 on base. How you lead. 0 for 5. Sure, he got the run in the RBI, but he also left 5 men on. Just not great. Oh, Dario's out 9 months. Also unrelated, look how long my injured list is. What is happening in my organization right now? 9 months. So yeah, Dario's out for the season. And in all honesty, I don't think we're going to bring him back. Like, at this point, he was the backup behind Hunter Goodman for essentially 3 years. Did okay. But then as a starter, like, he just hasn't gotten it. So now the question becomes, do I want my starter to be Perez or do I want it to be Palma? If I compare the men, Palma has a better BABIP, a little bit more power. Perez is less likely to strike out. I guess my argument would be Palma is unlikely to be my starter next year. But Perez may. I think I'm going to have Palma be the starter for, let's call it like a month. And if he is still struggling at that point, then maybe we make a switch. But yeah, losing Dario for the season is rough. Yeah, it's the end of the season, not the end of the world, but that might be the end of his Rockies tenure. Because defensively, I mean, he's not great. Like, to be fair, he's only had one pass ball in about 58 games, but he's a negative framer. He's thrown out 24%. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to sim the finale against the Phillies. We win it 4-2, and many emails are yelling at me. All right, we win 4-2. Looks like Gastelum got hit a bit, but Gagewood gets the hold. Okuda gets the save. 4-hit day for CJ Sampson. Good for him. My life will be a lot better if CJ Sampson can hit the baseball more. And Har goes 0 for 4. It's fine. All right. Munoz had a triple. Eric Dyson has a 20-game hit streak. That's what I'm talking about. Do I keep him in rookie ball until the hit streak ends? Because realistically, this guy could be in like high A right now and be fine. I think I'm going to call him up. I'm going to move him to Fresno. See how he does. Okay. All right, Monfort. Excited about the team record. Attendance is crap. Araujo is the best prospect we've had in years. I have been saying this. Yeah, I have a bad feeling that power isn't real. Like, I think it's a lot closer to a 40 than it is a 50. But that's okay. Our assistant GM, pitching coach, and first base coach have expiring contracts. Assistant GM, I would like to keep. Actually, I'll do that later. NL Star of the Week goes to Hao Yu Lee. Despite his 0 for 5 performance in Game 2, he went 11 to 26, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, 8 runs. And for reference, he is in the most expensive year of his contract. He's making $27.25 million. We are still number one in the power rankings. All right, let's sim through our day off. All right, we have the San Francisco Giants, who I assume are second in the division unless the Dodgers swept them. The Dodgers are 40-38. The Dodgers could be below 500 in June. That's awesome. All right, so 3-game series? Yeah, 3-game series. I think I'll play games 1 and 2. We'll sim game 3. So first up, we got Hunter Brown on the mound for us. And then I'm going to do one lineup change. Yeah. I'm going to give Aguilares the day off. Alan Ford is going to take right field. Max Clark will lead off. CJ Sampson will bat ninth, take third. Colby Turner DHs. All right, let's rock and roll. Hunter Brown on the mound. Brennan Hennefy. Starting for the Giants. Looks like they're using him as an opener, and to be frank, it has not gone well. Goes well for him that time, though. They get us. Oh, Hunter. All right, they only score one. Feel like they're going to score more than run this time. Okay, double play. We're okay. And Eli Pitts grounds out. Hunter Brown, very adept at getting out of the jams that he himself has created. Slade Kachoni. Also an old friend, though a very limited old friend. We acquired him in a trade. I think the Guardians in 2028, and he was just terrible. But Manny's getting us today. Oh, Tyler Brown, Eli Pitts are both aboard. Nate George, oh, he's going to make that. The Giants have 2 runs now. I am going to get A.J. Russell warming up. Man. I think I'm just going to pull him. Let's get A.J. Russell in to face Adam Terry. Strikes him out looking very good. And strikes out Ramsey. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. Definitely good call to go to the bullpen when I did. But our bats are getting us nothing. Solo shot from Fister. You rat. Wow. We're just getting nothing here. Mike Stewart for the 7th. And they score 2 because, of course, they did. I mean, ideally, if he can get me the 8th to also help out his very fast climbing ERA, that'd be nice. Gets Tyler Brown swinging. Can he get Eli Pitts? No. And I don't really want to bring in Broughton for 1 out. But it looks like I'll have to as Nate George hits it to the wall. Pitts is going home because that ball took a year to get. Look at that. What was that? What was that relay? That was the slowest slide I've ever seen. Oh my God. Poor Mike Stewart. His ERA in June is going to be the biggest number any of us have ever seen. Oh my God, they scored even more. Well, yeah. Mike Stewart's ERA in June, 9.64. We had 3 hits the whole day. No reliever did well. Joey Broughton, who every time I think he turned the corner, gets shelled. We lose game 1, 10-0. What a depressing game. Game 2. Let's move on immediately. All right. Nothing for us in the first. And Sandy Ozuna's given up 5. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yay, Charlie Condon hit a solo home run. I mean, at this point, I need Sandy to get me like as many innings as he can, which is probably going to be 3. So be it. Colby Turner lines out. Nothing for us there. And man, has our team just destroyed itself here. 5 hits, 3 walks. 5, man. Kevin, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Yeah, our bullpen is just dying right now. I feel like I need to make a move. I think Fidel Yoa might be that move. And Espinosa gets aboard. That might even be a triple. A double. All right. Oh, that's it for Kevin. Fidel. And that other run scores. Poor Kevin. Yep. It's just not been good for our bullpen right now. So Gastelum for the seventh, as Alan Ford and Colby Turner are both aboard. Munoz strikes out. Palma strikes out. And Max Clark strikes out. Two runners on, back to back to back Ks. What a time, huh? All right, clean seventh for Luis. How Julian Condon are aboard for Alan Ford, who promptly hits into the fielder's choice. All right, ideally, if Gastelum can get me this inning, good man. All right, we lose 9-1. That was terrible. Ozuna got destroyed. I left in Kevin, I think, a little too long, but still, he was getting shelled either way. Well, kind of a depressing ending to June. Yeah, I feel like I need to make some sort of bullpen thing. Oh my. Well, Tesaki loses stamina. He loses velo and his potential rating drops. A stamina drop there kind of hurts. So be it. Colby Turner gets batter of the month. Very good. 409 batting average, 38 for 93, 10 homers, 22 RBIs, 21 runs scored. That'll do. Ruben Nunez gets top pitcher in June at high A. Call him up, double A. Ruben Nunez, he's getting close, folks. He's getting close. The walks terrify me, but he didn't allow a lot of home runs this year in high A. He's coming. Okay, let's take a good long look at my bullpen. So walks are a problem. Outside of Broughton, Gastelum, and Okuda, everyone's walking everybody. Ks per nine, I'm happy where we're at. Whip is okay, but I think I may just need to make some sort of change for my own sanity. What list is he on? Oh, yeah. I think my problem with AJ Russell is, for whatever reason, he just allows an insane amount of runners. But I still think he's worth it. I think the easiest move is one of Mike Stewart or Kevin Tesaki going down to AAA. But, like, do I think I have anyone better in AAA right now? No. Like Wellington Herrera, maybe, but he hasn't pitched for me since 2030 when he got destroyed. Reed LePere is begging to be called up, but I have a similar problem with him as I do some other guys where their control just isn't there. Hmm. Let's see how Jake Yeager and everybody gets on in game three. Hey, we win it 13-7 and Colby Turner gets hurt. I hate it here. Jake gives up 5. AJ Russell and Broughton both give up 1. Yeah, not a great outing, but hey, 13 runs. That'll do. CJ Sampson hits a homer. Condon hits 3 home runs. Goodness gracious me. That single-handedly boosted his slugging from a 495 to a 530. Yeesh. That'll put some wind in your sails. All right, Colby is out for a week with a bruised knee. I think I'm okay with letting him play through that because it's what, a 10-day IL? Do I have any days off coming up? Yes. I think I'm okay with him playing through that. A Venezuelan discover. Let's get a scouting report. All right. Overall, not a great series against the Giants. We only take 1 out of 3. But now we have the Chicago White Sox. Michael Gindra on the mound. Let's play ball. I think I'll give Colby the off day. And yeah, Munoz. I don't know what to do with Munoz. I really don't. I feel like I need to figure it out sooner rather than later. Perez can come in for Palma. Okay, Gindra. Time to bounce back. Jaden Ham. Tigers, Jaden Ham? Ah, he was DFA'd. Okay. All right. Andahar and How You Lee are aboard. Charlie Condon. Hits it down. Very good. Run, Andahar. Run like the wind. We have the lead. Alan Ford pops up. That's not going to help anyone. CJ Sampson pops it up straight up in the air. That ball maybe moved 5 feet. All right, Ginger. Bounce back game time. Let's go. Oh, boy. All right. Clean third. Much needed. Elkins hits it to the wall, but that's caught at the warning track. Can something be hit to the wall and the warning track at the same time? Maybe. Oh, my God. I mean, with Ginger, I have to let him pitch. Like, there's no version of this where Ginger in AAA, like, is worth it. But I mean, the issue is his stamina just took a hit ever since he missed essentially an entire season in 2030. And I don't want to have to move him to a reliever, but we'll see. Because a starter right now just is not working. Case in point. All right, at least he gave me the 5th. AJ Russell is on 15%. We're doing great. I mean, if I move, I think the cleanest move would be Gindra takes long relief. Kevin goes to middle relief. And then I move one of Fidel or AJ Russell as Charlie Condon hits a 2-run shot. We're back in the game. Back in business, and ain't it grand as Alan Ford grounds out. And CJ flies out. All right, that's it for Gindra. Mike Stewart, just give me one inning, dude. Thank you. He is only on 8 pitches, so I'm gonna bring him out for the seventh. Come on, man. Come on, strike out Hernandez. I will settle. I was gonna say I would settle for the grounder, but then Andujar's throw missed. And the line drive to left is over the head. Oh my goodness. We were so close to getting out of that scot-free. And Veras hits it down. Yeah, all right. All right. I think if this isn't a clear signal that something needs to change, I don't know what is. Gage Wood, just get out of the dang inning. And Gage gave up 5 runs. Uh, yeah. All right. All right. What do I change? So in terms of relievers, I think Fidel would be a pretty decent trade because like Mike Stewart is going to be on the team long term. Joey Broughton's going to be on the team long term. Luis Castellum is consistently my best reliever. Kevin Teskey's going to be here long term. So even if I send them to one of them to AAA, like doesn't really solve the problem. I think it's either AJ Russell or Fidel that gets moved to make room. I think Fidel hasn't been bad. He just gets popped every once in a while. Let's explore options. Would anyone want Fidel Ulloa? That is the question. Ooh, teams do. I'm going to be honest. You ever look at a list and think to yourself, this is depressing? I mean, Gregory Santos from the Astros would be a kind of 1-to-1 replacement, but he's making, 4.6. He wants to be a closer, and he is upset about not being, and he wouldn't be a closer for me. Declan Cronin, if we want to make a trade with the Dodgers, I just want to go like Rafael Marchan, maybe to have him be our starting catcher the rest of the season, but I don't love that. 34-year-old Emmanuel Clase. And the only prospect being offered is Andrew Marasak, who is not that particularly interesting. Hmm. I could send like an AJ Russell down to AAA. I'm going to send Mike Stewart to AAA. To re-find himself in AAA. That's my executive decision. And I think Kevin, whose stamina plummeted, he's going to move to long reliever. And I think that unfortunately, due to that Tommy John, the days of Michael Gindra being a starter for us are probably gone. So let's move him to reliever. And Gindra, is going to be a long reliever for us the rest of the season. I don't like it. I think it hurts me on a fundamental level, but I mean, there's not a lot that he's done for me to hang my hat on. So, in terms of starting replacements, if I want to go in house, I got 3 starters on my 40 man. Well, really, I got more, but Silseth is hurt. Fabian Nascimento, who made 1 start for us earlier this season, went 7 innings, gave up 2 earned runs against the Diamondbacks. Carlos Mier, who will forever be in AAA and not really worth the call up. Or we called Dumas back, who has not done particularly well and has, as we've discussed, 2 good pitches. So I think it's Nascimento or we acquire somebody and roll the dice. Let's observe the trading block really quick. Okay, if I would like a starting pitcher, a torn tricep having Luis Giolito and an oblique strain Hunter Green are my best options. Cool. Brant Herter is available, but he is on a rehab assignment, looks like. And Zebby Matthews of Milwaukee is the other option. He has done around. OBS disconnected there. That's hilarious. Maybe that's a sign from the universe. They're like, hey, maybe don't go after Zebby Matthews. Too bad. For a second there, I thought my solution to fix the frame rate drops had worked, but maybe not. All right, what would they want for Zebby? I mean, they'll take Elkins. Like, I think that's just the deal. Because with Elkins, I mean, he can't hit the baseball. That's the problem. Like at this point, he's had about 70 games in the majors, just under 200 at bats, and he has 30 hits, barely any doubles, 3 home runs. Also, sneakily, he's striking out a ton. He's worth negative WAR. I have a lot of outfielders in AAA ready to take his spot, and we get Zebby Matthews, who will become pretty solid reliever for us. A little worried about his lack of great stuff. Would they retain any of his money? They'd retain 55%. Deal. All right, so we acquired Zebby Matthews, who I think will be a sustainable, solid pitcher because I don't have to worry about his control. I think his stuff is but I don't necessarily need him to strike guys out. I have other pitchers for that. I need his whip, which is really good, and I need him not to walk anybody. So I think Zebby is also going to start against the White Sox here. I think get him in the building, help that out. So now I need to call up another outfielder. So on the 40 man is Anthony Murphy, and that's it. And I think Anthony is the call up. mean, it's either him, Willie Esparza. I like Kareem Ayubi. I mean, the problem with Kareem is just defensively, he's not great. And I think I'd take Anthony. So, yeah. All right. Anthony Murphy, you are our new fourth outfielder. Congrats. Welcome to the show. He'll take back up right and left. Oh, yeah, he was drafted pick 7. Oh, that's right. I was wondering why I didn't say we drafted him, and that's because yeah, the Yankees took him in Rule 5 and then cut him after spring training. So that's why that reset. Cool. All right. So Murphy is here. And then I think that stabilizes the pitching. I think next item of concern pitching wise is Sandy Ozuna. And the fact that he also has 35 stamina and hasn't really given me a good start in like 3 weeks. I think that's also up there in terms of concern, but it's fine. All right, let's play game 2 of the series. Zebby Matthews on the mound. Let's give Anthony Murphy a start. We'll have Max Clark go to the bench. Aguilares can take right. Or excuse me, Aguilares can take center. Anthony Murphy can take right field. And Zebby Matthews on the mound. Aguilares and Howie Lee are aboard. There we go. Thank you, Charlie. 1 run scores, 2 runs score because of the lack of throw. We're up 2-0. Alan Ford strikes out on 3 pitches. Colby Turner strikes out on 3 pitches. All right, and Zebby Matthews making his Colorado Rockies debut. Already gives up a run. He's going to fit right in. Oh, boy. The reason I'm fine with acquiring Zebby, even though he's on a more expensive contract year next year, is it's already looking like we're not going to bring back Hunter Brown. And so our pitching staff is going to be pretty cheap anyway. Anthony Murphy hits it to the outfield, and it's down all the way to the wall. First at bat is a nice double. That'll do. Get a look at his stat line, folks. 1,000 average, 2,000 slugging, and 3,000 OPS. He's the greatest hitter in the history of baseball. Did I say hister? Let's ignore that. All right, to the second. Zebby. Thank you. All right, come on, Alan. Nope. Ground out to short. Nothing from the rest of the lineup. There's Miguel Palma. Remember, I'm giving Miguel Palma essentially to the trade deadline. And if he's still struggling, then I think I probably just send him down to AAA and I call up one of my guys or find someone in the depths of the trade deadline. Run, Aguilares. There we go. Runners at the corners. Here's Howie Lee. Hits it deep to center and down at the wall. This is all happening because the catcher didn't throw Aguilares after he struck out. So in the same sort of instance, Aguilares has a strikeout and a run, which is rather funny. as Condon grounds out to end the inning. But we get 2 additional runs. Zebby Matthews not having too much trouble, but they do have a leadoff double who advances to third. John Stone gets it down. All right, that's going to be a second run for the White Sox. Miguel does not throw out the runner. But we get Cruz to foul out. All right. Not too terrible. Could have been better. Could have been worse. There we go. Clean 6 from Zebby, and that'll be it. Jindra obviously is on 0% stamina because, he was a starter 2 seconds ago. All right, good work from Zebby. I'm going to pull him there. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks. I can live with the lack of Ks as long as he doesn't walk anybody. And Gastelum immediately allows a third run. I'm going to go home. All right, Fidel for the 8th. Clean. Let's see if we can get some insurance runs for our trouble. Louis Varland, Twins legend. I can't believe they traded him. That was probably the most shocking trade deadline deal that happened this year. Colby Turner walks. All right. CJ Sampson will come in to pinch run. And Munoz lines out anyway. Come on, Miguel. Give me something to hang my hat on. There we go. He gets the line drive down into left. Here's Anthony Murphy. 1 hit already in his debut. Swing and a miss. All right. CJ Sampson takes over at third. Okuda is going to come in for the save. Colton Cowser up first. Rifles it into right. And the tying run is on first. Edgar Cuero hits it into right also, and that's off the wall. Ay, 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 ay. Well, I think at this point, we need at least 2 strikeouts or a double play. That is neither of those things. And the game is tied. They get the lead runner, or excuse me, the trailing runner who is going home. But now it is a tied ball game with the go-ahead runner on second. Kyungwon Kim strikes out. Justin Crawford hits it back up the middle. The runner goes home. The throw not in time, and we are walked off by the White Sox. I mean, we left 12 runners on base. And Okuda, that's his 3rd blown save. He's essentially good for 1 blown save a month. And I think with a closer, I'll be fine with that. Yeah, that sucked. All-Star voting update in the National League. Colby Turner is number 1 at third base. Aguilaris is number 2 at right field. Alan Ford is number 1 at DH. Okuda is number 1 as a reliever. I'm going to sim the final game of the White Sox series. We lose it 3-5. Colby Turner and Miguel Palma both had errors in the same inning. Cost us 3 runs. And that's your ball game. Swept by the White Sox. That's rough. Much needed day off. Is Colby Turner back fully healthy yet? Nope. 1 day. Okay. Max Clark has also gone ice cold. Yeah. It says a lot about A, how quick Max Clark is, but B, how good he is defensively, that he has like below average, very poor hitting numbers, but he's just so good in center that the game's like, oh, yeah, he's fine. All right. Hunter Brown. I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. We need a win here. I'm going to give Colby Turner the day off. CJ Sampson is going to grab a bat. Here we go. Reese Olson, 32 years old, still pitching for the Tigers. That would be lovely for it to happen in real life. I would do jumping jacks if he's still pitching for us at 32. Nothing through 2. Tigers get a run, but Miguel Palma leadoff double. I like that. I like that a little bit less as Clark is thrown out. And Aguilera's swing and a miss. And Andujar's swing and a miss. Leadoff double, and we strand him, killing me. All right, clean 4th. Howie and Condon are aboard. Okay. We need to score runs here. Alan Ford strikes out looking. CJ Sampson grounds into the double play. I am going to trade half of this team. Runner on, 2 outs. Pop up. Very good. Hunter Brown is dealing. And yet, look at my offense. Nothing in the 5th either. Oh, they finally got a second run off of Hunter. How dare they? I mean, quality start from Hunter. I am going to pull him now, though. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. No run support behind him. A.J. Russell gives up a run because, of course, he does. Munoz and Palma are aboard. Come on, Max. We are spiraling. Kevin, you get the 8th. Kevin, good man. Kevin gets the 8th. Castellum gets the 9th. Unless we score 3 runs. Nope. All right. Down by 3. No runs so far. Time for glory. Charlie Condon. Swing and a miss. That is his 86th strikeout on the year. Here's Alan Ford. Strikeout looking. That is his 50th on the year. CJ Sampson strikes out swinging. Despite being a backup, that is his 16th strikeout on the year. Good pitching performance, absolutely ruined as we are shut out. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Game 2, we move on. All right. Munoz, good God. I'm going to give him the day off. Anthony Murphy can take left. Let's give Palma the day off. Perez can catch. Let's go. All right, Sandy Ozuna, if there was ever a time for you to give me 5 shutout innings, it's right now. Clean 1st. Clean 2nd. Anthony Murphy, Colby Turner aboard. Perez, please. Soft grounder to 3rd. He might beat it out. Nope. Nope. I was given hope. They took it away. Uh-oh. 2 runners on. And Ozuna balks. Because, of course, he does. Who was the error on? Colby Turner at 30. Yep. All right, he gets the line out, so the error and balk don't cost us. But yeah, Colby Turner at third is becoming a not insignificant liability. It's a little scary. Tigers get their run. Gindra is ready to go out of relief. And in he shall come. Bryce Rainier at the plate. Strikes out looking. All right. Jose Valenzuela. Soft grounder to second. Howie Lee gets him. I don't know why I said soft grounder. That thing was sharp as a tack. There we go. Colby Turner. Oh, Colby Turner with a home run. And Anthony Murphy with a home run. Can we go back to back to back home runs? Perez. No. Max Clark gets it through. Okay. Are we finally seeing the signs of life? Obviously, Max Clark is going to steal. Easy steal. I mean, I don't really want them walking Aguilaris. He grounds out. Fair enough. Three one. We're looking okay. How you Lee walks. Condon. You depress me, Charlie. Like, the thing that's so annoying is he's essentially a less power, more contact version of Prince Fielder. But man, is it frustrating. Oh, boy. All right, Ginger. Michael. All right, he gets Shepard swinging. Seth Lavelle hits it to third. Throw to second for one. To first for two. Very solid work from Gindra in relief. That'll be it for him. We're going to go Broughton for the seventh. Alan Ford and Colby are aboard. Anthony Murphy, star of the show. Bang. Flew out. Killing me. Could it? Could it? It could. Well, Edgelin Perez with his first home run of his career, 408 feet, and this game has been blown wide open. Thank you, thank you. Christian Aguilares, I believe in you. And he strikes out. I should stop telling players I believe in them because it never goes well. Here's Andahar. Hits it up, but that's going to be caught. All right. Even though he only pitched 21 pitches, I think for Ginger's first relief appearance, I'll take that. Joey Broughton. So help me. He strikes out Bryce Rainier. Good. Valenzuela hits it to short. They get the runner. Goodness gracious. He is on 20 pitches, so I think we'll go Fidel for the eighth and see what the score looks like. Fidel, I almost traded you 12 minutes ago. All right, he gets Lavelle to line out. Chris Curtis. You can't trust a man with two first names, and he hits it all the way to the wall. That's going to be two. I really want to give Fidel the benefit of the doubt because he has been, one of our best relievers for the past two seasons. I just think that unfortunately, it might be time. I'll let him face Luis Garcia. All right, he gets him to line out. Well, suddenly it's a save situation. Unless we can get some insurance runs here. Colby Turner is aboard. Anthony Murphy, swing and a miss. Edgeline Perez, swing and a miss. Max Clark, though, gets it down in the outfield. Colby Turner scores. No longer a save situation, but you best believe I'm bringing Okuda out there for the ninth. Like, I'm trying to win a baseball game for the first time in like a week. I'm bringing the closer. Aguilares hits it all the way to the wall. That'll score Max. Very good. They bring in old friend Andres Munoz, who was our closer for 3 years, has a World Series ring. Oh, wow. They just acquired him in a trade with the Pirates literally yesterday. Okay. Let's see how well he does against old teammate Ashley Andahar. Answer, he got him to ground out. So that goes that. All right. I don't care that it's a 5-run lead. I'm bringing in Okuda. And he allows a solo shot, but we get the win. Goodness gracious me. I mean, Colby Turner, look, he had 3 hits. Same with Max Clark. Anthony Murphy had the first home run of his career. Same with Perez. That was a much, much needed win. We needed that big. All right, let's sim game 3 of the Tiger series. We win it 5-4. We were down 4-0. And then scored 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th. Very good as Ashley Andahar hits a walk-off home run. Jake Yeager did not do good, but Gastelum and Kevin did well. That's good. I like that. All right, let us save. And now we face Tarek Skubal. I'm scared. What day is the draft? The 11th. All right, so I will sim game 1 of the Rangers series, play games 2 and 3. Sim game 1. We win it 4-3 in extra innings. Zebby Matthews again pitches a gem. Howie Lee's error notwithstanding. Broughton Okuda lock it down. Gage Wood gets the win. Very good. Not a great offensive day for us. 11 Ks, only 6 hits. But hey, we take game 1. But first, I saw a trade has arrived. Oh, it is already canceled. They traded Gregory Santos to the Blue Jays. Okay. All right. Howie Lee is tired. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just have Carter Johnson. Let's have him bat 9th. Max Clark can bat 7th. And then let's have Perez take catcher. Let's have Munoz bat third. Let's see if that unlocks anything in him with Luis De Leon on the mound. Because we need to get Munoz going. There we go. Aguilares, leadoff single. Am I going to run on Logan? Yes. No, Aguilares doesn't want to. All right, Andahar, hit the baseball. Duh, I should have had him run. All right. Uh-oh, Wyatt Sanford's in pain. He shakes it off. Munoz gets the ball down. Okay. All right, Santiago. And Condon strikes out. What else is new? Maybe there's an argument that I move him out of the 4 spot and swap maybe him and Colby. I don't know, though. As we take the lead, 1-0. Thank you, Alan Ford. Colby grounds out to end the inning, but here we are. All right. Come on, Luis. Lean. You got this. Dow. Rangers score 2, but then we score 2. Then nothing happens the rest of the ball game. All right. 5 decent innings from Luis. An error from the Rangers. Andujar's on third. Condon strikes out. I mean, the question really you have to ask yourself with Charlie Condon is, are you okay to live with probably like 2 strikeouts a game, an extra base hit, and a walk? Because that's, well, walks being a bit much. But yeah, I mean, he's usually good for an extra base hit or at least a hit a game and a couple Ks. Ginger for the 6th. Clean. Colby and Max are aboard. Come on, Perez. You know what? Self-sacrifice to advance the runners. With 2 outs, I don't love that, but so be it. They walk Carter Johnson. I love that. Don't swing, Aguilares. He tried, but he held up. So we get an extra run. Now Andahar is up. I mean, hey, if they want to walk Andahar too. No. Ground out to short. All right. Indra is on 16. I'm going to get Fidel warming up in case there's trouble. He allows a solo shot, and now Luke is on second. Fidel, I believe in you. Soft grounder to Andahar. Throw in time. We're okay. I realized something. This team is the 2014 Detroit Tigers. Solid rotation. Maybe not in the rotation department, but shaky-ish bullpen with some dynamite guys. All the power in the free world and questionable defense. I have created the Detroit Tigers of old. That means I get swept in the World Series. I'm going to cry. Wow. Double play third to first. You don't see that often in this game. Come on, Colby. All right, they walked Colby. Here's Max. Hits it to first. First baseman takes half a step, and they get him. Okay. Fidel for the 8th. Gage Wood to face Duran. A double play here, and I give Gage Wood a contract extension. It's under the glove of Condon. Tie ball game, 4-all. There we go, a line out. That's so much better than a sac fly in this situation. Everett Johnson, 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter, and he hits a 3-run shot against me. That tracks. 430 feet, his second home run of the season. And he hits it off of Gage Wood, whose ERA is now a 6. Yep, that's where we're at, folks. All right, we get 1 run back, 2 runs back, 3 runs back. This until run scoring position has yielded great results. Man. All right, Gage. 3 straight back to back to back home runs, and he walks the first batter he faces. You better strike out, Walcott. Trying to bunt. I mean, if I trade Gage Wood, I'm going to get something really good in return because his ratings are great. But the question is, like, do I trade him? I'm putting in AJ Russell and I'm hitting the half inning button, and whatever happens, happens. AJ Russell is the greatest pitcher to ever exist. Runners on second and third, no outs. Russell gets the fielder's choice at home, fly out to Diaz, and he strikes out Lawrence Butler. What a legend. Let's see if we can walk him off in the bottom of the ninth. Giancarlos Rivas for the save. Colby Turner up to bat. Bang. Hits it deep. Center field. Down at the wall. I'm just saying, on the screen, it looked like it went over the fence, is all I'm saying here. All right. We are going to pinch run. Actually, CJ Sampson's good for stealing. Anthony Murphy has the speed. You know what? Yeah, we're going to pinch run Anthony Murphy. Because stealing, I don't care about here. It's speed I want. All right, wild pitch. Murphy advances to third. All we have to do is hit the ball in the outfield, and we win this baseball game. All we have to do. Max Clark, full count. Swing and a miss. Perez, full count. Hits it deep. Left field, gone. Walk-off home run. Edgelin Perez bails out the bullpen, and we win 9-7. Well done there from Perez, but oh my God, look at this bullpen. I'm going to advance the day. Where does our bullpen rank in ERA? We're 5th. How is that possible? Someone explain that to me like I'm 5. All right. Yeah, so we're going to play the finale. Hunter Brown on the mound. Andahar, it looks like, is getting the day off. It's fine. I'm going to give Alan Ford. Now I'll let Alan Ford stay. Never mind. You ever have an idea and you think to yourself and you're like, I feel like my best hitter or one of my best hitters should just be in the game. Oh, no. All right. Rangers score a run. They score second. They score third. What are the optics on trading Hunter Brown like 6 months after I give him a 2-year contract extension? What are the optics on that? As the Rangers are now up 4-0. You better give me a clean fourth, buddy. Oh my God. Hunter, dude. What's crazy is he hasn't been that bad this season. But my Lord, he's just getting shelled today. They have 7 hits in 3 innings, essentially. Make that 8. Not Hunter Brown's day. They do get the tag there. Very nice throw. Diaz, though, hits it all the way to the wall, and that is a home run. So, 6 runs for Hunter Brown. His ERA is now a 4.47 on the season. Not good. Howley and Condon are aboard for Alan Ford, who promptly grounds in to a double play. I think this is one of those games where we just delete from the memory banks after it happens. All right. At least Hunter gave me the 5th inning to save my bullpen a little bit. Munoz with a leadoff double. Palma gets it down. We might not get shut out, everyone. Max Clark hits it back to the pitcher. They get Palma at second. Rude. Obviously, Max Clark is going to steal second here. Oh my God. The man has an arm of 40, Max. 4-0. I'm going to keep clicking this button. Really? Max Clark is just never advancing. Well, I tried to steal him like 8 times. None of it ever worked. So be it. All right, AJ Russell for the 6th. Clean. We did have an error from Howley. Yeah, it really is becoming a thing that in terms of like defensive infielders that I can count on, the list is getting less and less by the day. And Colby grounds out. We have been shut out through 6. Castellum will come on for the 7th. Castellum. Thank you, Luis. And yeah, it's going to be a tired Fidel for the rest of the 8th. You got this, Fidel. Thank you. Only needed 8 pitches. Okay, leadoff triple from Aguilera. So if we can't score him, shut down the team. Just dissolve it of all assets. Carter Johnson is thrown out. And Howley strikes out. And Charlie Condon, though, gets it down. Let the record show we did not get shut out by the Rangers. The lead has been cut to 5, and Alan Ford pops it up. Fair enough. It's horrendous optics seeing that both teams got the same amount of hits, except they have 5 more runs to show for it than we do. All right, clean 9th from Fidel. Let the epic comeback commence. Colby Turner flies out to left. The epic comeback has been put on pause briefly. Munoz flies out to center. Well, I got bad news for you, Miguel. You're going to fly out to right. Not quite. All right. We lose 6-1. I think offensively we did okay. However, if you look at the left on base column, we left 21 men on. So there's that. Hunter Brown, I mean, he gave 9 hits up in 5 innings. Horrendous. He didn't walk anyone. So I think the good news to take away from the pitching staff and bullpen changes is we have solved the walks issue. We now, however, have a hitting issue. All right, but we have made it to the first year player draft. And I'm going to be honest, we have some needs. If you look at the prospect pipeline for the Rockies, of our top 16 prospects, 4 of them are outfielders, 3 of them are infielders. So that means we have 9 pitchers, scattered around. We have a lot of guys in rookie ball still. Some of them who shouldn't be. Why is Jonathan Jameson in rookie ball? Did I not move him? I did move him. AI, why have you done this to me? Okay, double A's maybe a bit much. Let's have him in high A. Thought I permanently moved him to high A. Whatever. But yeah, I think we have enough young guys to where we really should look at college guys. I don't think we need arms. I think we need bats. High schoolers, don't really help us at this stage. I think let's be honest with ourselves here on that. So yeah, I think right now, let's see. We picked 14th. So we will see what transpires. Who is mocked to us? Pitcher Travis Brown out of Washington State. Yes. Yes. Please. Please. Can I? Can I have him? Please. All right, let's start the draft. Sandoval, Estrada, Nunn, Dedo, Crandall, Maladin. Brown is still there. Brown is still there. Yeah. Curse you, St. Louis. All right, it's our pick. So, triple high school guys, a lot of college guys in the pipeline weren't taken. Jeff Spencer, his nickname is Grinder. That's either, that can go 2 different ways. He doesn't look bad. James Ham. Holy. Yes. Ham looks pretty good. Matt Mascius looks pretty good. Wow. Ray Lopez is a college arm, and this is how raw he is. How? That's crazy. All right, so I think the 3 picks, let me look at Corey here now. So I think the 3 options are either, because I don't really want to take a high school. So I think it's either Jeff Spencer, Matt Mascius, or James Ham. I think let me compare the pitchers. Jeff Spencer versus, oh, whoops. There we are. Okay, Jeff Spencer versus Matt Mascius. They're about the same age. Jeff Spencer is about 6 months older, so that's not going to make a whole lot of difference. In terms of potential, looks like Matt is the potential to be better. Jeff is better right now, but I don't quite care about that. It should be noted, Matt doesn't really have a fastball. He has a cutter, but it's average. Matt has an above average curveball, changeup, and circle change. Spencer has an above average fastball, sinker, splitter, but the potential for everything is essentially an 80. So I think if we want to go pitcher, can't really go wrong with either of these 2. I think James Ham is a really good get as a bat, but like where would he play for us? Probably second or third. And I can't see where he played in college, which is always the most annoying thing to me. Scouting wise, everyday shortstop. I mean, he wouldn't be a shortstop for me. I mean, the power's probably real. Mid teens, home runs every year, strikeouts, a touch high, but walks are high also. I like all three of these guys, but I think it comes down to what we want in our organization. Like, I mean, our pitching rotation also is not really set. So getting someone like Spencer or Matt, I think for what the Colorado Rockies need right now and what we may need next year, I think is the move. To which I think the pick is Matt. What's the stamina difference? 65. Ooh, what was Matt's personality? He just has high and adaptable, but Spencer has high in loyalty, adaptability, worth ethic, and low financial ambition. Maybe the pick is Spencer. Did Matt play in the draft league or no? No. I wish he did. I think the pick is Jeff Spencer. My argument being his stamina is rock solid. He's averaged about 5 1/3 in draft league per game. And I think I can throw him, like if I throw him in, let's say double A, he would crush it and then call him up to triple A. And then he's probably a part of a rotation next season. I think that's the pick. I think Jeff Spencer's the pick. I like Matt Mascius. I really like James Ham. I think if our team composition was different, I think James Ham is probably the pick. James Ham goes to the Giants. Matt Mascius goes to the Diamondbacks. Oh, good. Both in division. That's hilarious. Okay. So now we're in the supplemental round because we lost Ezekiel Tovar. So we get an extra pick here. The only players left in the top 20 of the pipeline, Grant Pangborn, who is bad defensively. And yeah, just not really what we need. I mean, Joe Smith would be the pick, but I already have Kevin Tasicki. I have Mike Stewart. I like Chris Arai, but again, he's a college pitcher that's more raw than I would prefer. Who was the second baseman down there? Dusty Lettery. I mean, he's a third baseman. Not bad. He's clearly a third baseman. No shot he could play short with 50 range. Second, probably also maybe not. So he's a third baseman. Even then, actually, let me. So Colby, and we know Colby is a below average defensive third baseman, and Colby is better than him right now. I don't know. We'll keep Dusty in mind, though. Holy. Oh, wait, that's low knowledge. Dang it. I got so excited. Brian Rogers. So the power is real. The eye is worse than expected. Contact's a little bit worse. Mm, yeah, a couple more college. Ooh, a college catcher. Marco Munoz. He is getting killed in the draft league right now. He has 6 home runs in 30 games, so a full season he's flirting with 30 home runs. Solid defensively, arm is a little shaky, but I'm one of the people that I value blocking and framing more than a catcher's arm, which I don't know how well that plays in this game. He can't really hit for contact, and he's struck out a ton in the draft league. No, I'm not usually. All right, let's go to the list. Let's go to the list. So, in terms of overall potential, there is a couple 80s left. Most of them are pitchers. Oh, that's all I'm looking at right now. Let's look at batters. 75. Good God. Man, who is teaching these guys defense? Wow. Caden Boyd has an interesting profile. He has great range as an outfielder, above average arm. Hmm. Gil Vega, high school infielder. Defensively, let's be frank, he's not great. Probably a below average defensive second baseman. Yeah, outfield, he's not much better, but I like him. I mean, his nickname is Sushi Boy, and the power might not be real in terms of home runs, but he averaged essentially a double per game in high school. Struck out a little bit much, but also walked a ton. I like Vega. I think Vega's the pick. I think either him or I go Colin Pullum for the hilarious. But no, I think I go Vega. We're gonna take Vega here. All right. Next pick. Wow, Pangborn is still on the board. This poor kid. Probably promised first round by his agent. No one's taking Joe Smith. I mean, I have to take him. Like at this point, second round, like he could potentially be a September call up for me, and I could have like the youngest, best bullpen ever. Like I have to take him in the second round. At that point, have to do it. There went Guzman. Oh, Dustin Leader, he went to the Twins. Oh, somebody took Pangborn. Giants, 219. Okay, so far we've taken college arm, high school bat, college arm. At the moment, now, let's look solely at catcher because that is probably our weakest position in the organization. Let's dive in. Chris Corona, high school catcher. Defensively, probably going to become slightly above average. Walked a ton, so the eye is probably real. Barely struck out. Power was there. Good IQ, low leader, which for catcher I don't love, but I like Corona. Harrison Miller, college catcher, very good avoid K. I mean, he's not doing great in draft league. Especially, I mean, this guy went from walking like, once every 2 games to now he's only walked one every 5 in draft league. The power has disappeared. A little shaky on that. Eric Hopkins is an outfielder, power first outfielder. That does not help me. Tyshawn Bennett. Ooh. Okay. I like the look of Bennett. Jonathan Courtney. I like him also. There's some good catchers down here. All right, let's compare the men. So first, Corona with Courtney. So it's your classic question of would I rather have my catcher become very, very good at not striking out and getting on base, or do I want my catcher to hit 35 home runs? Defensively, Corona is going to be a better framer, much better arm. That's kind of a push. I like both profiles. Let's add Bennett to this list. Okay, let me compare Bennett to Courtney then. So for the contact first catchers, would I rather have Courtney with 10 better BABIP and 10 better eye, or Bennett, better power, a little better gap, much better avoid K? I think I would prefer Bennett. Better blocking, really bad arm though. Yeah, I think of the two, because it won't tell me their high school numbers. I mean, there's some really good catchers here. I think my fear with Courtney is if the bat doesn't develop well, he has zero power and not great defense to fall back on. But I mean, he did really well in high school, so I assume the bat is real. Bennett, I think defensively, I'm a little worried, but the avoid K's, the contact is there. Corona, I mean, I like Corona though. I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Corona and hope that one of Bennett or Courtney are there, and I might take him in the next round. Well, isn't that depressing? Who took him? The Rats. Courtney went to the Padres, Bennett to the Cubs. All right. What we got? Whoops. We got Corona, who I think the power feels real. And he was the best defender of the three. Think I'll take that. So far, draft wise, we're looking pretty good. Chris Martin is the remaining faller. Doing pretty well in draft league. I'm a little worried that there's a chance his only good pitch becomes his fastball. But I don't hate it. Anyone else not get taken? High school reliever, I don't think that's really what I want in life, but holy Moses, impossible. Fair enough. I mean, I could try, but I don't think fourth round is when I should draft someone with impossible signability. Ruben Rodriguez. Now that's a profile. I think the answer is no, because you need that control to be a 50. Anything else, and you have a pitcher with one good pitch and a screwball and a changeup that are only 25. No. Who was the center fielder? High school center fielder, Nick Reichenbach. Where were your great grandparents in the 30s? Signability is impossible. Fair enough. Let me go back to my list. So, in terms of signability for me for the high potential guys, none of the top few. Melvin Gomez, who hasn't done great in the draft league, but it looks like, yeah, he got shelled in one outing. The rest has been fine. I mean, I like him, but I have guys like I think what I need right now is not a reliever. That said, Dan Harris is calling my name. No. Let me look at starters, please. Mike Meyer. Well, my eye went to two things. One, the stuff potential of a 45, and two, his velocity potential is 91 to 93. So, yeah, he's never really going to strike anyone out. Walks were okay in college, never really gave up home runs. 80 control. I mean, I like him. Good competition level also. I like Mike Meyer. I think he definitely needs some time in the minors, especially to get some of his pitches, but I like him. Let's get him. Now, did anyone take Armando? No. I'm going to take Armando. I'm going to take him and see if we can't get him in the building. Odds are his answer is no, but I've already drafted three almost, dynamite guys, and Joe Smith and Corona, who I think can become good. I'll take the swing on Armando. And if he doesn't sign, then I'll get a pick back since I took him in the fifth round. Scouting recommendations. I have not taken an outfielder yet, which I'm honestly okay with. Dan Roberson. I like him, but I don't know if another bad infield is what I need. Andrew Cannon is the pick if I just want a guy that's going to be in Double A and Triple A for most of his career. He's not great defensively, though. Bad personality. Never mind. All right, let's look at outfielders really quick. How much time we in? Just over 2 hours. Out. We got time. So Josh Houston's signability is hard because he won 650,000, which to be fair, I could do, especially if Armando doesn't end up signing. Danny Mata, on the other hand, looks, I would say, slightly worse, but doesn't come with that issue. Ooh, Josh Baker. Okay, hold on. Let's compare the men. So Mata, 2 years younger, projects to have 5 better contact, 5 better BABIP. Baker, 5 better Ks, 20 plus potential. Baker is quicker, better base running. Defensively, I would almost prefer Mata for the 65 arm. And I mean, the thing with Mata is at the moment, he is the same caliber player as Baker, and he's 2 years younger. Really, he's a year and a half younger, but he's at right now he's at the same spot Baker is, but a year and a half younger. So is that worth taking a guy who honestly I think his bat is going to be a little worse. But defensively, I think he's better. I don't really care about the speed as much. Let me look at Mata. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Mata, and my argument is he's a year and a half younger than Baker, and he's about the same level of guy. Oh, I can get them both. Problem solved. That was maybe a bit silly, but had to be done. All right, I'm gonna pick probably a couple more guys and then run out of here. Jeff Fiorina is an outfielder, and eh. All right, now let's turn our attention back to the pitchers, specifically the starters. See if I can get somebody with okay potential. Conrad Kelland is going to get killed in Coors Field, but it might be worth it. I mean, the stuff is good. He's got a good fastball, good sinker already. Slider is average. Changeup needs some work. The circle change is never going to be a pitch. Doing pretty well in draft league. Walking 3 guys per 9, though. Whip is down. I like Kelland. I think the control is a little terrifying, but that could be something we work on specifically. Let's take Kelland. Okay. Now, with the last 2 picks, I'm just going BPA in terms of guys I can sign. Ron Benton is bad defensively, but he just needs to find a position. The bat is okay. Yeah, I like Benton. I'll take him. Come on down. All right, this is the 10th round, so I'll just take whatever really I can get. Because right now, what? I've taken 2 college arms, or 3 really. 3 college arms, but I think Mike Meyer needs a lot of work. So I took a high school arm that may not sign, a pair of high school outfielders. I think let's go college bat for our 10th pick. Let's look at college bat. Yeah, in terms of potential, there's not much there, obviously. Let's take a look, though. I mean, Josh Magana, who I feel like I looked at last year in the draft. Am I insane? Maybe. I mean, I like Mike Austin. I think I could probably throw him in AA right now and he'd do good, but I don't know if that's what I really want. Oh, yep, done. Pick Josh Jones. He's struggled in draft league, but I don't really care. This is a guy that I can put in AA, and then in 2 years he'll be in AAA, and he can play any position possible. That has great value. All right, that's that. Let me sim the rest of the auto draft. Drafting has concluded. Of my top 10 picks, all right, looks like most of them have signed. So let me do the insane busy work of getting a list together and adding them to it. So Spencer, I'm waiting on. Vega, I'm waiting on. Smith, I'm waiting on. Corona, I'm waiting on. Meyer, I'm waiting on. Marseilles. Everyone below that is signed. Okay. Man, I have so many draft shortlists. I really just need to go through one day and just trim the draft shortlist. All right, so Mata, obviously, rookie ball. Yeah. Him and Josh Baker are going to be best buddies. I think Baker, I want to try in center field. Mata, I'm going to move to, let's call it left. All right. Conrad Kelland, I'm going to pull from draft league because I want him with in my organization. If I say I put him in high A right now, he'd do really good. I think that's going to be what I do. He's going to start in high A, get probably a month's worth of games in there. We're going to see how the control is, then call him up. Benton, would he be good for high A? I'll start him in Fresno just to get him moving a little bit. Josh Jones, I am pulling him from draft league. He is going to. He's going to go to high A. He is going to crush it. Then I'm going to call him up to double A where he'll probably sit for like a year and a half. All right. And then looks like the AI took Josh Nash, who is a reliever. I mean, Nash ain't bad. Good pick. I'll send him to Fresno. He'll crush. We'll go from there. Ryan Cohen ain't bad. I think this is looking like a pretty good draft. However, it's very contingent on if the arms I took in the top picks flame out a bit, we could be in trouble. Cody Tucker, 90 potential stuff, 20 control. Oh my God. Is this the best profile ever? Maybe. All right. So negotiations, I put in offers to my top 6 guys. Let's advance one day. All right. Mike Meyer has signed. So I think of my college arms, Meyer is going to need the most time in the minors to the point where I almost want to put him in like single A Fresno. I think I am treating Mike like a top high school arm rather than a bullpen or rather than a college arm. He could be a bullpen guy long term. I just want to see how his stuff plays as a starter in the minors and then go from there. Bravo's doing really well in Spokane. What are his ratings in Double A? Not great. I think I'm leaving in Spokane. Okay. Well, overall, in terms of games, didn't go great. Think took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies is nice, but then 1 out of 3 of the Giants, swept by the White Sox, took 2 out of 3 against the Tigers and the Rangers to close. And so I am going to stop the episode here. I think what I'll do off stream is I will play through the Red series, the Padres series, and then stop right at the All-Star break, see how the team is looking. At the moment, we have a 5.5 game lead on the division, which is effectively an 8-game lead in the wild card. I think our team is looking good. I think I am worried about the bullpen, but hopefully moving Jindra to the bullpen will help. I think we're going to have some decisions at the trade deadline to make. If anyone is wondering, Mike Stewart in AAA so far has pitched 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and is looking okay. So that's where we're at. In terms of the draft, I think it went really good. Like Jeff Spencer, if you told me in 2 years he's our second best pitcher in our starting rotation, I'd believe you. His stuff it's above average now, and it's only going to get better. He's got 3 good pitches. I think he'll work on his control in the minors, and there'll probably be a spot in the rotation for him sometime in 2023. Jill Vega, I think, is up there with some of our best infield prospects. I think the power is certainly there. Defensively needs some work, but I like the bat. Joe Smith is similarly to, Mike Stewart and Kevin Teskey, someone that I can count on in the bullpen for years to come. He'll start in AAA probably, and then I'll call him up maybe this year, but probably next year. Chris Corona, I need a catching prospect, good power, good defense. And then Armando Messias. Maybe he'll want to come play for me. Who knows? It's looking like he doesn't. But if we do, we get a guy with great stuff who is looking like he could become a very, very, very good reliever. But alas, it seems like that's not in the cards. But that is where things stand. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back. I might try to see if I can get a little sneaky September, wow, Saturday stream in tomorrow on the 13th. And then go from there. We'll be back at it next week. The holidays are sort of coming up, so we'll take the mandated break there. But I'll try to get as many streams in as I can until then. So thank you all for watching. It seems like I found a solution for a lot of the frame rate drop issues. I think we had a little disconnect at one point, so I'll try to figure out why that happened, but things look to be okay. So I thank you all for watching. Be back next time where we will have a trade deadline that could see a lot of moves. I'll see you then.